is my mountaintop.
It's an incredible view up here. I never want to come down. The history of the NWA Championship, the company, those three letters, is incredibly real to me.
There is an old adage. Does the man make the title, or does the title make the man? Tim Storm is the current reigning and defending NWA World's Heavyweight Champion.
Little engine that could. It's promo material. It really is. That's why I bought them specifically for promos. One of my favorite things I've ever done. I shot a promo from that using the Moby Dick as the promo, and I twisted it and said that, you know, Ahab are all the guys chasing the title because they're crazy and they're driven by greed and they're unreasonable. And I said, you know, I'm Moby Dick, a great white whale, and I said the funny thing is, the whale doesn't even know he's hunted. He doesn't care. He just destroys people anyway.
While he is new to many wrestling fans, his journey to the top started a long time ago.
My wife is the organizer, and I literally am the shove it under the bed guy. That's what I used to look like. That's kind of cool. Somebody asked me in a podcast the other day what my first wrestling memory was, and it was Danny Hodge. And I wanted to do one of two things. I wanted to see him break. I wanted to see him crush the apple, because that's, you know, his hand strength. And the others, I wanted to take a Danny Hodge punch. So I got, you know, we did both of those. We did a show in Knoxville, Tennessee, at the University of Tennessee, working with Shawn Michaels. And by working with, I mean, hey, let's go take the super kick. That's pretty much what that meant for us. Okay, Dark Circle Tim Storm at the hood. That's pretty nasty looking. I was about 300 pounds at that point. 82 is when we started dating. So, and we got married in 87. So 35 years we've been together.
It's been his dream, you know. So it's really neat. It's an honor for him. He talks about that all the time, what an honor it is just to have that belt and all the, you know, Tim's really good about the history of those things.
The struggles in finding who he was took him all over the United States.
Yeah. First TV match was Hacksaw Butch Reed for Harley Race, and Butch was running late. We were in Springfield, Missouri. Harley Race calls me over. Cowboy, who you got? You got Butch, right? I said, yes, sir. I've got Butch. Okay. Just listen to him. You'll be all right. And he beat the crap out of me, by the way.
His first chance at glory is one he doesn't forget.
I had been in the business maybe a year and a half, maybe, which means I'd been working less than a year. And this was my first NWA World title shot against Dan Severn. Dan would always set up his gimmick table, and I'll bet he had 8, 10 belts with MMA and you name everything else. And I was completely unprepared. Physically, wrestling experience, completely unprepared all the way around. I definitely was not ready at this point. The men who have carried the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship is a who's who of professional wrestling.
Because this is on the line to any living human being in wrestling. And I think you know what I'm talking about, Mr. Bush.
And I was a National Wrestling Alliance World's Heavyweight Champion for over a year's time.
Well, Paul, obviously the history of the National Wrestling Alliance and the history of the great champions that have held it don't need to be reviewed right here.
It is legitimately some of the greatest names in the history of this business that I love.
That's what amazes me, when he can start spouting those things off. I know he really did grow up watching wrestling and stuff, so I think just that being an honor for him, and that I think he has reached his mountaintop, you know.
And I can't even say I reach a dream, because I don't think my dreams ever went that far. But just to win the the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship, I couldn't have stopped the emotion if I wanted to. To say that I deserve to be on a list with the greatest names of all time, that can't be true. It can't be. It's humbling, it's motivating, it's amazing, it drives me.
Tim Storm is not just a professional wrestler. He's a school teacher. He's a husband. He's a grandfather.
People will say, because of your age, you're too. You know what? I hope that I'm 70 and still hold this world title. It's an incredible view up here. I'd never want to come down. I'd never want to come off the mountain. That's the truth.